Rainbow Six Siege used to be different, slower, more tactical, but somewhere along the line, something changed. Rainbow Six Siege lost its identity. Was this an unfortunate accident, or something done on purpose in order to survive? In today's video, we take a little look.
I say we drop in the roof. Yeah, all good. All right, sit up. Wrath, he's in the bathroom! All right.
I'm serious, I'm being lit up here.
Back in 2015, Rainbow Six Siege was released as a Tom Clancy FPS tactical shooter. It wasn't flashy, it was dull and gritty, and that's how it was showcased. If we look at the E3 trailer, it gave us all a taste of what was to come. A cinematic, atmospheric experience, as well as this guy's awful aim. Jesus. It stood out, mainly because it didn't try to follow the usual FPS formula. Ubisoft pushed the idea of tactical gameplay, destruction, and a coordinated team effort. The E3 trailer showed us the slow intel gathering part of Siege, but also the fast pace and tense moments that we get as well. But that was it. That's what the game was back then. It followed the Tom Clancy franchise. The tone of the game was a lot more grounded. No bright skins, no meme bundles, just tactical gear, military aesthetics with maps that look like real world places such as embassies, houses, etc. Now don't get me wrong, let's just quickly disclaim, Siege wasn't amazing when it first came out. It had a lot of issues, but at least it knew what it wanted to be. A similar vibe to all the previous Rainbow Six games that you may have played, but it was going for that team-based strategy, critical thinking, intel gathering, but only this time it was PvP against online players, which made it seem like it was a game of chess. Both teams are going against each other head to head with the same idea in mind. We need to outplay this team. Slowly but surely, things started to change. We got new operators and new maps, the sort of things you'd expect with a growing game. However, the operator abilities were starting to become a bit, let's just say, wild. You know, we compare it to year one operators. Back then we'd be attaching car batteries to metal walls, but now we have electrical claws that do the same job and also have a proximity. What I'm trying to point out is, look at the year one operators. Their gadgets were very grounded. Like Ash is just, she has a grenade launcher. That's it. Bandit has car batteries. You know, obviously it's not realistic, but it wasn't over the top, it wasn't crazy. If we take a look at year 10, we have drones that can hack any type of gadget, Aruni's laser gates that attach to doors and windows, and Sense's magical light walls. You can see what I'm trying to say. Over time, the concept of this tactical, grounded Siege game just leaped into the future, where we have all these crazy gadgets now. Now, skins are another point I want to point out. Back in the day, we got some crazy seasonal skins. They were clean, and you'd want to spend your money on them, your credits, your renown. But these days, I can't help but feel like nothing really compares to the old skins. Now, I won't over-exaggerate it. We do get good skins these days, and uniforms and headgears, etc. But it's very inconsistent. We'll have a spree of just slop given to us. It's just recolors of uniforms and headgears that have already been released, and weird designs and patterns on weapon skins. This is another thing as well. Some weapons to me look like they're made of plastic. I don't know if any of you see that as well, but it can have like a decent looking design, but the gun itself looks like it's made of plastic, and some other guns look like they're made of metal. I don't know what that is, maybe I'm just a weirdo, but let me know if you've noticed that as well. Could just be a me thing. What was I saying? We do get good skins these days, it's just rare. But yeah, Pizza Mozzie, Rick and Morty, it's exactly what Tom Clancy would have wanted. The tone shifted, and it stopped being this heavy tension experience with slower rounds and tactical thinking into more of a hero shooter. Another thing to add to this, with it becoming this hero shooter type game, monetization came in swinging. For a game you already have to purchase battle passes, year passes, limited time events that introduce new sets of skins, and that would cost you around like £80 if you want the set, which is an absolute joke. Obviously you can grind for these, you know, full sets, you can purchase them with renown, but oh my god, that is going to take you all day, non-stop, just grinding renown to purchase the whole set. So with Ubisoft releasing these limited time events with skins that sort of play on your FOMO a little bit, it's disgusting. To charge around £80, I don't know if it's exactly that, but I know it was a very high price to make sure you get this set. And they didn't just do that once, they've done that multiple times. Don't even get me started on memberships.
Elevate your Siege experience with the Rainbow Six membership.
The ultimate offer for Rainbow Six players with over
4,500 credits in value every month.
That left such a sour taste in my mouth, as it was introduced in a season that gave us no content at all. Literally delivered us a plate of nothing and said, guys, sign up to our monthly membership for skins. Do it. And they'd advertise it in game and whatnot, and it was just so poor. So poor from them. I'm pretty sure that season as well was just a terrible launch. We could barely play the game, could be wrong, but I just remember it was a terrible season. But don't get me wrong, some of the skins in that membership are cool, but they are accompanied with slop. A lot of the skins in that membership are rubbish. It just feels tone deaf to introduce this monthly membership for a game that we've all purchased as well, and it costs like a tenner a month, which is mental. To get nothing much back as well, it's kind of a slap in the face. But I do know some of you will use that membership, so fair enough. It's just not for me, I'm afraid. But yeah, to conclude my point there, the game shifted into hero-like gameplay, and monetization was a massive focus for Ubisoft to get as much money as they could. Now we could just end the video there. There we are. That's how Siege lost its identity. But let me just say something. Maybe it was necessary. Maybe this identity change was needed. The reality is, games these days often die. Not even a slow death. It's quite quick these days. Siege couldn't stay that slow-paced tactical shooter forever. Not the way the market shifted. I'll give you one example. Ready or Not. I'm sure you guys have heard of the game, but that plays on that grounded and gritty Siege gameplay that we used to get back in the day. It's quite slow-paced and very coordinated, very tactical. But where is it today? I've not heard of it in a while. It is a different game. It is PvE. It's not PvP. But this is the thing, Siege is PvP, so it needs to stay relevant. It needs new players coming in. On top of this, hero shooters exploded and free-to-play games changed expectations. And Siege was just trying to stay relevant. Adding new content, new operators, new gadgets, that stuff helped keep the game alive. It's been alive for 10 years now, which is amazing for any game in this sort of industry. And this is the thing with Siege. They could have kept updating the game with the core focus being their current audience, their current player base, but over time, that is going to die. Players leave a game, it's just natural, it's happened. Which is why they need to create this cycle of onboarding new players, getting new players to come in and give it a go at least. So maybe the identity shift wasn't a betrayal, it wasn't all negative. It was an awkward little transition, trying to figure itself out. And this is the funny thing, I feel like we're getting to a point now where it is figured itself out. Siege has found that balance between staying true to its roots, but also being a fun and balanced game. Recently, Siege is starting to feel like what it used to be. I'm really enjoying the new sort of aesthetic they're going for recently with, let's say, Deimos. Not too crazy looking, but still very grounded as well, but not so grounded that it's boring. Ram as well, gone for that sort of military style. Sentry and that other guy, the other recruit, I don't know his name. I actually can't remember his name. Anyway, as I was saying, the style, the aesthetics these days feels like it's returning to its roots. So we're in Operation Prep phase and we're heading towards Siege X, which has been revealed, we've seen it, and it looks amazing. The graphical update that they're bringing instantly made me remember how Siege used to look like, with the dark maps, the shading, the lighting, and just the details that went into size. This new graphical update sort of takes it back to that, but has modernized it in a way that it's still playable. Players can't just hide in a dark corner anymore. I don't know if you remember back in the day, but some of the lightings and some of the maps were just a bit fucked, really. The bloom that you would get on some of the maps, it blinds you. So yeah, the game is returning to its roots. I started playing the game back when the beta came out, so I've been able to experience its whole transition into a more competitive, modernized FPS game that is able to retain a healthy player base. And we can all say you'd rather go back to old Siege, golden era of Siege, but I think a lot of us are blinded by nostalgia. We forget the problems that Siege had back then as well. Invisible goo mines, invisible echo drones. Ela had a bloody laser for a gun. Lion had wall hacks. Goyo had 4 shields. The leaning time was mental. You can ADS from a shield in crazy amount of time as well. Blackbeard had an invincible shield. Do you know what I mean? We forget these things from the golden era of Siege, because I think we are blinded by nostalgia and the good vibes that we had. So yeah, maybe Siege did lose its identity, but in doing so, it adapted. It found a way to survive, and it found that balance between fun and tactical. So personally, I wouldn't go back to old Siege. I like it how it is now. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I know it's a controversial topic, and there are a lot of strong opinions on this. But that's just mine. I think it's adapted into what it has done to survive, and I don't think it would have lasted 10 years if it stayed the way it was. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And one last thing, memberships are